I had the chance to talk one-on-one with Dominique from Top Model. Dominique, what have you learned from the show, America's Next Top Model?
You know, I've learned a lot of details about the modeling world because first of all, what a lot of girls don't know is what's not working for them. And being on America's Next Top Model, I learned what was working for me and what wasn't working for me. I got a crash course on what it's like to be a top model. I mean, who could ask for anything more instead of being just thrown out into this industry and being signed by a major agency? I got to learn what was good, what was working for me and what wasn't working for me. I mean, I learned how to pose, I learned how to step outside that box and to take it to that next level, and that's what a lot of top models do. I mean, Tyra is amazing. She knows how to turn it off and on in a second. She's like an actress, and that's what modeling's about, being an actress. And I learned how to turn it off and how to turn it on like that, and I think to me that was priceless.
Yeah. So where did you get all this drive and ambition to do all this? Where does this come from?
You know what? I've always been like this go-getter type of person. I mean, I tried out 5 times. And you know, it's so funny that I was like, okay, I'm gonna be on Cycle 9 for sure. And I didn't get that call and I'm like, man, what's going on? Like the casting crew, everybody, like I thought I was gonna get casted for Cycle 9, and when it didn't happen, I was very disappointed. And then I was like, okay, you know what? I didn't get casted for Cycle 9. So I'm like, I'm still gonna go after my career and follow my dreams. So I moved to LA. And you know, I got a place there, and a lot of things were going really good for me. And then right before I decided to sign my lease, I get a call from America's Next Top Model. They're like, would you like to be a part of Cycle 10? I'm like, well, what took you guys so long? And it's just so funny how, you know, in life, not everything happens when you want them to. You know what I mean? But it will happen as long as you keep on pushing and pushing. Something will always pull through. And, you know, I have a little girl too, so she's that extra drive and extra ambition that I have every time I'm like, okay, I'm tired, I'm overwhelmed. I just have to keep on going because I think about her and I think about my life and my future.
I know you present yourself as a diva, and I'm glad you present yourself as that, because you also present yourself in third person every once in a while. What are your thoughts on that, or is that kind of like a is that to get to people, get to their head, or is this kind of like part of your strategy?
No, I think I'm pretty hilarious. Honestly, I was watching myself on TV and I'm like, wow, I'm really funny. I know what my friends are talking about. I'm entertaining as hell. Yeah, so, you know, no, definitely, it wasn't a part of my strategy. It's really a part of who I am. You know, I have a whole lot of personality. I'm always over the top. And so is Tyra. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing, you know. But what I did learn about being on the show and living in the house with all those girls is that, you know, when you're dealing with different kinds of people, sometimes it's good to see how people perceive you, because everybody, sometimes all this personality, all of this is too much.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I learned more than anything, is that sometimes you have to tone it down just a little bit.
So how long have you been actually modeling?
You know what, I've really been trying to do this since I was like 14, but I haven't, you know, as far as being committed and really putting everything into it, I would say the past 3 years. I've really been working hard on it, and you know, networking with photographers, you know, just trying to get into what I say the know, which is really important. If you want to be in this industry, you really got to do your homework. You know, you have to look in those magazines and look for what photographer is doing, what editorial spread. Look them up. You know what I'm saying? See their website. Try and contact them. I was always that go-getter, and you know, like I said, if you keep on pushing, something will always pull through. And even being here in Columbus, Ohio, yes, isn't necessarily the market for modeling, but you can still, you have the whole world in front of you with the laptop and the internet. You know, you can do a whole lot being here in Columbus, Ohio, to get yourself to that next level so that you can move, you can leave, and so that you can go after these opportunities.
Being eliminated from the show, do you feel rejected, or is this kind of like a learning experience for you?
No, like, you know, it's so funny. Everybody says that and they're like, you left out so gracefully. I was like, oh, thank you. Because you know what? I honestly feel like I'm on top of the world. You know, right now I have a whole lot of more exposure that I did now than before. And I've learned so much. How can I leave feeling rejected or hurt? No, and I have this go-getter kind of mentality. So I definitely don't feel like, yeah, the winner's gonna be more successful than me. Are you crazy? No, if I keep on pushing it, keep pushing and pushing and going after this, then yeah, I'm gonna reach the stars. And just like I said before, if you keep on pushing, something will always pull through. And I think what a lot of girls tend to forget, you know, they're on the show and after they leave, they really don't go after all the opportunities out there, and they expect things to come to you.
Right.
I don't expect everything to come to me.
So let's talk about Columbus for a second. How long have you lived in Columbus?
My whole life.
Your whole life, born and raised?
Yes.
Where do you like to hang out in Columbus?
Where do I like to hang out? Like
Like
besides the malls. You know what
favorite
you know what I had to say? Ohio has some of the best outlet malls. They
do.
really do. I mean, I've been everywhere in California, Atlanta, Detroit, New York. I mean, nothing really compares to our outlet malls here. I've got some really amazing clothes here, and I'm in LA, and they're like, ooh, girl, where'd you get that from? I'm like, not here. You know what I mean? So,
right.
yeah, you know, I'd have to say, you know, the shopping here, the vintage shopping, I mean, where can you go? You can't go anywhere to get some of the things that you can get here.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Totally. Dominique, thank you so much. I learned so much from you already. You know, like, I feel like a new man today. So thank you so much, and good luck with all your ventures. Appreciate it.